A very, very good morning to all of you. Now, I should only echo what Minister Brandy said, but it is important for me to echo it again nonetheless, because I was here in 2014 when she got on that platform and made a commitment of the Team Unity administration to ensure that this property is repaired to the point where the persons who inhabit it can enjoy a better quality of life. And we all supported her on it. And I made that decision when I was appointed as Minister of Human Settlement, that if it is one thing that I will be remembered for, is for getting this house repaired to the point where the family can enjoy living in it. Now people might ask, well, why are you doing this, Minister? Or why are you doing this Team Unity? The truth is, we are admonished by God, by Christ himself. In the book of Matthew, when it was stated that we must feed the hungry, shelter those who are homeless, look after those who are sick. And while it is true that individuals have the responsibility to do things for themselves, there are always those who cannot do everything for themselves. And those of us who are in authority must make it our duty to ensure that the very basic things, food, clothing and shelter, is afforded to those who really need it. Mrs. Cornelius was in need. She was in need since 1995. I remember that hurricane in the 90s that damaged this property. So for more than 20 years, she has been in this condition and no one lifted a finger. And I want to therefore thank Minister Brandy for emphasizing the point publicly on the platform here in New Road and make us commit ourselves to ensuring that this property is fixed for the use of Miss Cornelius and her family. Now, we have only recently gone to Tabernacle and have begun construction of a home for a lady, a young lady, with about 4 or 5 children living in one room. Miss James, if I remember her name correctly. That is the next one we are going to, I understand, because that is well advanced. And it was only recently also that we went to Keyon and took an 80-year-old person out of a house which was like a sifter. You could see right through it. Baby, I call her. Glendora Daniel, the correct name. And put her in something which is much more habitable. Yes, she's comfortable now. And every time I see her, I feel so good. I feel so good that we have been able to accommodate her. When this opportunity here was offered for us to do it, we did more than that. We took this young lady and placed her in a home in St. Peter's. She was in a home in St. Peter's while this was going on. And so today, she's back in her own home. And I really, really appreciate that. I heard the general manager say earlier about those in Stonefort Estate. And she's correct. But the job is not yet done. We have only just begun. We have only just begun. Because I'm sure he won't mind if I call his name. We have to look after people like Noel. You all know Noel? Noel Francis? Yes, people like Noel. And the gentleman in St. Peter's who is sleeping on the galvanized. We have to look after them. And all the people who are rallying about, house, I want house. There are people in worse conditions than you. I'm not saying you mustn't get a house, But think about it. There are persons in worse positions than you. I can tell you, some of us go around and we don't even recognize how our neighbors are being punished, are perishing. And they have some difficulty. Listen, let me give you some statistics. Since becoming the Minister of Human Settlement, I now know that in the Federation, we have more than 500 people, half of whom don't even have toilets in the yard. It might sound awkward. In St. Kitts alone, there are 211 people with pit toilets and 194 without anything at all. That is why the Ministry of Human Settlement has to step up and ensure that we help people to improve the conditions in which they live. Today is one of those examples. While she had some facilities, it was inadequate. And I give God thanks. I give God thanks for giving us the strength, giving us the vision, giving us the opportunity to be able to do what He has charged us to do. As I said earlier, what He has charged us to do when in Matthew chapter 25 He said, feed those who are hungry, clothe those who are naked. Because when you do all that, you do it unto me. Thank you very much, and I trust, Miss Cornelius, that you will enjoy this home. And as the general manager admonished you, leave a room in your house for God.